Video and science, that's what we're talking today. For someone who doesn't know, will you introduce us to the work and the mission of CoLabs?
CoLabs is a nonprofit consortium of the federally funded research labs and institutions throughout Colorado. And our overall ecosystem of researchers also includes technologists, economic development organizations, and the research universities throughout Colorado.
I know that promoting what the laboratories are doing is part of your mission. Why is that so important?
The foundational impact that basic scientific research has on our economy and on society as a national asset as well as a point of national pride goes back decades, if not even to the founding of the country. And ensuring that those labs stay funded and stay here is our purpose.
In what ways can video help to accomplish that? How can we promote the wonderful research and development and science that's taking place in the laboratories through video?
It's important that we're able to tell the value of taxpayer-funded research and why the discoveries and the activity in these labs are worth supporting. We found that our audiences grasp more complex subjects because of the video in ways that they never would through just a verbal description or through reading.
It brings the research to life, right?
Yes, it does.
I know the answer to this, but how does CoLabs use video in its mission and its work?
We use videos to describe our overall mission, how we got started. We also use videos to bring in higher level kudos or welcome statements. I'm thinking particularly of the governor of Colorado, a couple different governors of Colorado, who've given statements regarding our award winners for their scientific research. Most importantly, and most frequently over the years, we've had video spotlights made of our annual Governor's Awards for High Impact Research winners.
These are complicated research and development projects that these scientists are being awarded for. This is one of the lengthy nominations from last year. How is it possible to take very complex work that's taking place in our labs and to make it public facing, to make it so that people out there can understand through video?
The question that I look to get to is, with all due respect, like that sounds fascinating. Who cares? Or another iteration of that is, so what? That so what is what really matters. And video can tell that story in a way that is compelling and often quicker and surprising. Getting people to say, wow, I never thought of that, is what video can do almost better than any other medium.
A lot of the federal laboratories, one of their top priorities is obviously to move technology from the bench to the marketplace. They partner with private sector startups, with entrepreneurs to do that and to move the technologies out. How might some of those startups or smaller organizations use video at the various stages of their scaling up to promote their work that they're doing?
There's a general audience where people can quickly access videos on a website or through some type of presentation that they make. Instead of reading on a screen what a company does, a quick 2-minute video or 30-second video is a way to ensure that people will get information about what you do through their own choice. With investors or a particular audience that a startup is trying to access, the ability for video to give a tangible impression, put a face with a name describing what a company does, and then showing around their warehouse, their lab, whatever type of materials they might be able to show. That tangible look at what they have to offer is invaluable. A written description or even just a verbal description, I think, is not nearly as powerful as having that video.
Your passion, I would just say, for science, for the laboratories, for the incredible work that's taking place in our state is palpable. You're really making a difference. What else would you like people to know about the importance of video and the possibility of marrying video, which is very much an art form, with the great science that's taking place in Colorado?
Video ends up being a bridge, Naomi, between our audience of scientists and the broader public, as well as influential members of that public, such as elected officials, particularly congressmen, those who are making decisions budget-wise as to funding what the scientists do, other civic and educational leaders who need to know about the research going on in labs, and then there are economic development folks who want to be sure that their community, their regions are attracting as many of the innovative technologies and types of industries as possible. All those different audiences what they get from video is a connection in a way that is comfortable and well edited in a way that the scientists themselves are often not comfortable providing. To be able to visit them in their setting where they are most comfortable, then to have it turned into a video that can go out to all those other audiences is the magic.